Folks, fish food has come a long way in the last 10 to 20 years. Most commercially available foods have plenty of great stuff for your fish. But there is a nice little product out there if you want to give your fish a little vitamin boost for extra health. We're going to talk about that coming up. This is a product that's been out in the market for a while. Some of you may already know about it. I just found out about it 6 months ago. And that is from the good folks at Boyd Enterprises and Advanced Aquarist Products vita-chem. This is a complete vitamin supplement for your fish that you can add to the food, and it is full of great stuff for your fish. Similar to us taking our vitamins in the morning. Now, what originally attracted me to this is I do feed my fish a lot of frozen brine shrimp and bloodworms. This is a water-based food, and I wanted to increase the vitamin content, so I started adding vita-chem to the frozen food. Now, I add vita-chem to other types of food. You'll see that later in the video. But before adding it to the frozen food, and I get a hard time about this because I'm sure it's perfectly safe just to throw a square frozen bloodworms or brine shrimp into the tank, I like to put this in a small net after thawing it in water. I like to rinse it off, and then I add some aquarium water into the net and into a small cup. I'm not sure what kind of water is being used in the freezing process, so on the safe side, I just want to make sure that it's nice and clean, and I like to wash it off. After that, I'll add the vita-chem. Now, the instructions on the back of the bottle aren't very specific on how much to add. It just says add several drops to food, so I add usually 7 to 8 drops. At some point in school, I remember several being the number 7. But don't take my word for it because I also don't remember what grade I got in the class. But it's vitamins, hard to overdose. So I'll let those drops sit for about 10 minutes, and I like to use a pipette to get the bloodworms into the water, adding a little bit at a time, but as you can see, the fish absolutely love it. Now, your water might get a little cloudy for about 20 minutes. That is absolutely normal, and on the back of the bottle, they recommend you can also add this to the water column. I don't know if the vitamins are absorbed by the fish, but I like to use it in food. That way I know I'm getting an effective delivery. And while the fish are having dinner, we are going to take a short commercial break. We'll be back right after this.
Folks, Patriot here. Being an actor and beta model in very high demand, I have to keep my energy and health up. That's why I eat, and Foodman should feed me more, Rashi foods.
No, Repashy.
What?
The P, Repashy.
Puh.
Yes, Repashy.
Like, oh, like Patriot.
Yes.
Such a good-looking name.
Okay, all right, let's take it from the top again. You ready?
Ready, Foodman. That's why I eat Repashy food. Nailed it.
Okay,
Nailed it.
keep going.
What?
We're still rolling.
Oh,
Come on, remember your line.
it's full of great natural ingredients for your fish.
Ingredients.
What?
It's not ingredients, it's ingredients.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
It's easy to prepare and can easily be placed all over the tank. Visit. What the heck is this food, man? What is this word?
What do you mean? Oh, sorry, buddy. We forgot to rehearse this one.
Killing me, food man.
Just, we're almost done. Just sound it out. Do the best you can.
Visit. Woo. Little smudge.
Dot,
Store. Little smudge.
dot. Not a little smudge.
Repashy. Nailed it. Little smudge. Com.
All right, that's a wrap. Folks, welcome back. And speaking of Repashy food, this is one of my favorite foods to use with vita-chem. I feel it does a nice job of trapping the vitamins inside the food. The casserole I'm making here is a Soylent Green grub pie mix, 70% Soylent Green and 30% grub pie. The Soylent Green is great for Otocinclus, bristlenose plecos, but other fish will nibble on the Repashy in the tank, so the grub pie is nice to have in there for a little bit of protein. I'll put about 7 to 8 drops of vita-chem, again, several. And as this food is mixed up and hardens, it does a nice job of trapping the vitamins inside the food. Now, I'm not sure how well the frozen bloodworms and frozen brine shrimp, being water-based, absorb the vita-chem, but I do know here it's absorbed and trapped in the food, so that ensures for efficient delivery to the fish. Of course, you can also use vita-chem with dry food, and dry food will do a nice job of soaking up the vitamins. What I like to do here is just put a little bit of food in a cup, or in this case, a measuring cup. This is going to be from Hikari, the micro pellets. This is what the cribs and the crib grow-out tank are going to get tonight. After adding the food, I like to add a little bit of aquarium water before adding the vita-chem. Now, I have been feeding the crib fry frozen bloodworms and brine shrimp. They're big enough to handle that. But tonight, micro pellets are on the menu. Now there isn't as much food in here, so I'm going to add about 5 drops of vita-chem and mix this up. Of course, you can also use vita-chem with flakes or pellets or even wafers. The food will soak that up just fine. After stirring this up, I let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before feeding it to the fish. And that, folks, is vita-chem, a nice way to add a little bit more vitamins into your fish's diet. It certainly can't hurt. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. Please like, comment, subscribe for future content, and as always, thanks for watching.